Fuck your God, God damn it. Hey, Eric, this is Matthew of the Odd Atheist Friend over there. That's Eric. Hi, Eric. Hey.
Hey, Matthew.
What episode is this? Because I really don't even know.
Episode 60.
60? Are we on an even number? That's divisible by 10 anyways. So 60, kind of cool.
Kind of cool.
What's going on?
Matthew.
Eric.
I am struggling as per usual, but I'm like emotionally fucked right now.
How so?
Last night. Okay, do we remember Tevin?
Yeah.
Okay, Tevin still basically owns my heart because that's what my heart says. So, anyway, but we're not together or anything. We just talk occasionally and play video games. Anyway, last night, this motherfucker sends me this text, okay, that says he misses me.
You know, I've been in your shoes, kind of, as far as like, you got people that, like when you're in your 20s and you're like, oh man, I love this person so much and that kind of stuff. And you do. But it's the first, like the first real one in your 20s really sucks when it's over. I'm not, you know what I'm saying?
Look,
long distance relationships never work. They suck. It's like I don't hold any hate for any of my past girlfriends except for my ex-wife. She's the only one I really hate. But all the other ones, it's just like it was what it was. And yeah, some of them hurt and some of them I'm fond for and that kind of stuff. But they all suck when they end.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I think we're like supposed to be together, Matthew.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
And I don't know. Maybe the world will take us back to that at some point.
Maybe.
Also, I'm poly and whatever. I've decided that's what I have to be. So
when you're in your 20s, absolutely.
I don't see anything slowing down in my 30s. I can't even envision my 40s.
I understand. I couldn't imagine anything past 35 when I was your age either.
Yeah.
So, yeah. This is the older, wiser, been fucked over but for a long time Matthew speaking here. Yeah, I've been in your shoes. I understand a bit. Not all of it, but the relationship parts. Do you know what I'm saying? So
yeah, it's fucked up because he thinks that I broke his heart and I think that he broke my heart.
Exactly.
So what the fuck? Why can't we just unbreak it together?
You took another job and you left me. You're a bad person. You broke my heart.
No, we both took jobs and moved away. It wasn't that.
I understand, but I'm just saying. I mean, so the other person thinks. I mean, objective reality is somewhere probably closer towards the middle. So probably. I get it.
Probably.
So what's going on there? It's fucking yesterday. Okay. I don't know if you remember, because you've been to my house a couple of times, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so, do you remember those bushes that I had along the side of the yard that I fucking hated next to the driveway?
Kind of. Yeah. Yeah. They were really shitty.
Yeah, it's because I made them shitty because I was trying to kill them.
Yeah.
Which I did. I did kill them. I got them all cut out yesterday. I went out there with a chainsaw yesterday, cut them all at ground level. And just as I was getting done, it started raining. Shit. Like just when I got done, it started raining.
Good.
And it's been, oh yeah. For like the first 2 hours I was out there doing it, it was fucking hot and humid. And then like the weather started coming in, I'm like, fuck, I gotta hurry up. And so like I said, literally just as I got them done, it started raining. It was like we had a little bit of cleanup and that kind of stuff. And so, but yeah, we got them done. And now the thing is we got to go back there with like some plant killer and kill the rest of them and that, the stuff that's in the ground. So we're gonna plant some like, I think maybe we're going to do some rose bushes along the side to make them real nice instead of those shitty borderline fences things. Rose bushes are pretty, or something like that. I don't know. Rose bushes need full sun, and this area doesn't get full sun because of the neighbor's goddamn trees. So what are you going to do? So I need a partial sun flowering bush. I know. As soon as the word came out of my mouth, the phrase came out of my mouth, I knew it was bad. So, but yeah, so I'm looking outside right now, and it's like it's overcast, it's dreary, it's been kind of shitty drizzle all goddamn morning. It's like, ugh.
Yeah. I have a flowering bush for anyone that wants it. Anyway. I mean, you have to be of some quality. I'm not that easy.
It's funny though. It's funny.
No, the weather here has been shitty too. It sucks. Right now, it feels like 29 degrees outside. It's actually 40 degrees, and there's a light rain. It was like
it's warmer
that
here.
Too.
You know, something kind of interesting. I don't know if you've noticed this, but I have. It seems like, okay, as we're recording today, it's what, the 19th of May, 2019. And we should have had this weather a month ago. Not now. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like it seems like everything is pushed like 2 to 3 months late because of goddamn global warming. I mean, it all still happens, but it's like winter is late, spring is late, summer is late, and holds on longer. And it's just like, but global warming is a myth, and man is not helping the global warming. So yeah, you know, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
I saw a documentary on what was it? Mount Everest. And it was actually really interesting as they were going up there to clean Mount Everest. Did we talk about this? I'm not sure if we have.
I don't know.
Anyways, they're saying that the people have been going up there for like 20 years. They're saying that the snowpack keeps getting less and less and less. So I'm like, why am I not surprised that the snowpack is going away on top of Everest?
Well, global warming.
Global warming.
Real.
Yep.
But I don't know. I have an interesting perspective of it because I study geology and stuff, and like, I don't know, when you look at everything and see how many extinctions there have been and realize that 99% of things that have ever lived are extinct, I don't know, you just look at it as another thing that's happening. Like, it sucks and it's going to affect us as humans, and that matters. But
oh, you mean we're all gonna die?
Yeah, I mean, everything's gonna die. I don't know. I don't know.
I am pretty firmly convinced that by the time I am an old man, that it's going to be drastically different if I even make it to be an old man. So, you know, I think by the time you reach 60, that life is not going to be the same as it is now. And don't get me wrong, I'm saying this. What I'm saying is that I think that the climate is definitely going to have changed by then. And I hope that even the fucking ignorant asshole conservatives that don't believe global warming is real are finally slapped in the face to think that their kids might not survive.
Yeah. Also, especially if we don't fucking quit having so many goddamn babies.
Yeah, pretty much.
Guess how many movies? Sorry to go back to this, but guess how many movies Tevin and I went to see in the 1 year we were together? Because I kept most of the movie stubs and I went through them yesterday.
How many?
Approximately 110.
It's a lot of movies.
Yeah. It's a lot of movies.
It's a lot of movies.
We went to a lot of movies.
That's good. I like going out to the movies.
I need to go see Endgame. Maybe I'll do that today.
I haven't seen it yet.
I haven't either. It's been out for
Um,
like almost a month.
I know. It's just for me. It's just going to the goddamn movie theater. It's just being comfortable for 3 hours. It's like I can't hold a pee for that long. 3 hours? No.
Shoot, we're gonna have to get you a bag.
Yikes. Yikes. Um, Honestly, I'm really kind of more interested in just seeing it kind of at the house and watching it on the screen here, which is kind of nice. You know, it's like I can just stop the movie and go to the bathroom, stop the movie, get a snack. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel that. I'm just really, I don't know. I'm sad.
Well, there's other movies coming behind it. They're going to have, you know, the Marvel Cinematic Universe isn't going to stop. So they're going to have other things. And I've heard some spoilers and that kind of stuff. And to be honest, I'm okay with, I mean, because it's been a month. Do you know what I'm saying? And so it's like, if I hear spoilers at this point, that's on me. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like you can't expect other people to keep shut up for this long. So
Yeah.
you know, so I get it. You know, so if I hear a spoiler, I'm not going to get mad about it because you know it's kind of a thing. It's like it's my fault I haven't seen the movie by this point.
Fair.
You know, it's like, and you still get those people who are like, oh, I've never seen Star Wars and shit like that. It's like, really? You've never seen Star Wars? You know? What was it? I saw like this video compilation of like little kids seeing Star Wars for the first time and The Empire Strikes Back when Darth Vader tells Luke Skywalker he's his father. And all these little girls are all these people like, especially this one I remember was a little girl. She was looking at her. She looks at the thing. She's like, Dad, look at the movie. Dad, no. And then Luke Skywalker's like, no. It's super funny.
Oh my God.
But anyway, so it's like a compilation of these people, you know, showing their kids Star Wars, and all of them freak out. Because I know I freaked out when Darth Vader's like, I'm your father. I know I freaked out. I just think it was funny. But anyways, there are people out there who like, you know, it's like, oh, I haven't seen Star Wars. It's like, what the fuck is the matter with you? You haven't seen Star Wars. I understand if you're a kid.
Yeah.
But what was it? I forgot I was having a discussion with this about where we brought up in Endgame, not Endgame,
Infinity War?
Infinity War. Thank you. In Infinity War, where Spider-Man is like, hey, you know this really old movie, Aliens?
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, to kids your age, it is an old movie.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, it's a movie that came out in my 20s. But I realize, holy shit, that was fucking 30 years ago. Something I actually just saw on TV today. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the original movie that came out, turns 35 this month.
Wow. I used to love Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I would get up at like 5 o'clock in the morning to watch Hello Kitty and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and the Powerpuff Girls and whatever the fuck else was on.
Yeah. But like that cartoon and that movie is 35 years old this month.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm old.
Oh, SpongeBob SquarePants is 20 years old this month, and that came out when I was a little kid. Like, I remember watching it when it was on TV when I was like fucking 5 years old. So there's that.
Yikes.
We had a wooden TV.
Oh, the wooden frame TV? I had one of those too.
And it was on this stand, and it was like rotatable.
Did you have the one where there was the record player on the inside? You flipped the top up and had a record player on the inside?
No, we did not have that one.
I did. You take the vase that was sitting on the top, flip it up, and there was a record player. Because we always had like a vase that was sitting on top of the damn thing for some reason. Because it was kind of a table, you know what I'm saying? We didn't play records. We didn't always play records. But inside the TV cabinet was a record player.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, ours was flat on the top, and it held the VCR and the Nintendo.
You know, it was funny because like I remember like my grandfather saying that hooking, because we had to plug the Atari into like the antenna loop, and is like, you got to take that off because it'll wreck the TV if you leave it on there. No, it won't. And okay, whatever. So after that, we kept a Phillips screwdriver by the TV.
Oh, nice. Yeah, it's kind of funny how much we understand technology now versus like just in the general population versus how we didn't understand anything that was happening. Like my grandma is still convinced that even if you have a wireless telephone, lightning will hit it or like go if lightning
really?
Yeah, she's like, you can't touch the telephone
during lightning storms.
Yeah. And she has a DVD player, a VCR, and she just got satellite, like, because somebody got it for her. But yeah, she before that was always just using the antenna.
You know what I thought was interesting is like they don't really understand. I mean, yeah, it possibly can happen, but like everything is like surge protected now. So even if you did leave your telephone or your telephone, like your TV and your computer and everything plugged in, it's all surge protected now. Do you know what I'm saying? I mean, you buy really nice surge protect. At least I do. I buy a nice surge protector to plug all my shit into. And so it's like if the house does get zapped by a surge, it's going to blow out the surge protectors because that's their fucking job.
Do you know much about electricity?
A bit.
Well, I mean, this is a simple question, so you probably know this answer. Okay, so wall plugs. They have a ground and then the two plugs that do the electricity. What way is the ground supposed to be?
I don't understand your question.
So the plug, should the ground be on facing the floor or facing the ceiling?
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter?
It doesn't matter.
Okay. Just wondering.
It all depends on what way the electrician, when he wired if it's wired right, it doesn't matter if it's up or down. Okay. It should be down for aesthetic purposes, but it doesn't really matter as long as they're all uniform. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
But even if it's not uniform, that's just details. But that just goes on how much your electrician gives a shit. But up or down, it really doesn't matter because they bolt in the same way. It doesn't matter. So okay. I know I'm one of these ones where they've got to be where the ground plug needs to be down, but it's actually irrelevant because if it actually goes to the ground, then it does what it's supposed to do. But if the plug is up or down, it doesn't matter.
Okay, that makes sense. Thank you. Yeah, no, somebody told me one time that if it was the wrong way, it wouldn't work. And I was just like, I don't understand.
They're fucking with you.
Well, I think they actually believe that too. So they probably don't understand either.
They probably don't because most people don't understand how stuff works.
Yeah.
It's kind of like when, for one, I don't want to fucking do it. So that's how come I take my car to the mechanic. Because I don't feel like fucking getting greasy and crawling around shit. I just don't want to fucking do it. Right. I just don't. But like people are like, oh, I work on my own car. It's like, yeah, you can because it's really not that hard. Even today's modern cars with all the electronics brains and all that kind of stuff, with the sensors and all that kind of stuff, you can get manuals that tell you how to do everything. And so if you can read a book in a high school level, you should be fine. Do you know what I'm saying? I mean, you, as in you, Eric, if you had the tools and the place to do it, you could take your engine out, do a head, do an upper end, do a lower end, put it back in and have it running in about a week.
Well, now, since I'm Eric, I need you to at least double that.
I'm talking about I could do it in 3 days. So that's why I gave you a week.
All right. Well,
If you were doing nothing else, you could do it in about a week because
right.
because you would be going slow, making sure that everything was okay. And I get that.
Yeah, I have to be honest with you. Like, I am really bad at reading manuals and following the directions and putting things together and taking things apart. I'm trying to work on that skill. It is just particularly bad with me, and I don't know why. Because I am fairly intelligent. Like, I have decent comprehension. I can read and shit. I don't know. I don't know. It just doesn't compute, and things take a lot longer than they need to. But I eventually figure things out usually.
I think that's part of it is that because of it's a confidence issue thing. Do you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And so it's like if you take your time, read, go through it slowly, anybody can do it. It's really not that fucking hard. So
Yeah. Do you think that do you know much about motorcycles?
yeah.
Do you have you ridden a did you own a motorcycle at one point? I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, good. So, I want to get a motorcycle. I don't know anything really about them. I know you have to like maintain them though.
Yeah.
So do you think I would be able to do that?
I think you could probably get a small bike. I think if you could get something like a 250 and you could maintain it, it's really not that hard. Or you could take it to a shop and get the stuff done. But oil changes are simple. You know, spark changes, spark plugs are simple. They're really not that hard to do. I think you could probably do well getting around Fargo. I don't think you'd need anything more than a 250cc.
No, yeah, I want a small bike, old small.
Yeah, I think you could get away with a 250. Um, and it's funny because it's like some people say that they're better for the environment. They're not. They get better gas mileage, but their emission is worse.
Mm.
Generally speaking. Not always true, but generally speaking. But since they use less gas, technically half a dozen of one, six in the other. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, bikes are not that hard to maintain, and I'm sure that there's got to be a motorcycle shop that'll be there that'll be happy to do your basic maintenance. I mean, oil change, for a car, an oil change runs $30. It can't be any more expensive for a motorcycle. Do you know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, summertime, ride around on a bike instead of in a car. Hell yeah.
Yeah. I've also have a bicycle right now that I just got a seat for, and because the seat I have on it is awful. But I've been riding my bike around. Like, Fargo is a very bikeable city. It's pretty cool.
Nice. I don't even own a bicycle right now, and my wife and I want to because there's like some bike trails and stuff that are near here, like
Mm-hmm.
near downtown where I live. There's some nice bike trails, and so we want to buy some bikes, some nice street bikes, and ride them around.
Yeah, I want to get a new bike. This bicycle, it was basically just like a trash bike, but I took it because it works. It's kind of shitty, but I
There's
got
nothing wrong
you
with
know.
that.
Yeah, that's kind of how I kind of live my life. You know what I mean? To some extent.
I understand. I'm trying to say is that I know people who buy like beater cars and run them until they die and then get a different beater car.
Mm-hmm.
I get that it's cheaper and that they don't really do a lot of maintenance on it because it's a beater car. They don't really care about it. They're just trying to get back and forth to work. And it's like, I get it. I see both sides of the thing here. It's like, okay, you're paying less for the car. You don't maintain it as well, but it's like you end up buying a different beater car every couple of years
Yeah.
instead of I bought a car like my last one I had 15 years.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's like I bought it new and then had it for 15 years and maintained it well. Do you know what I'm saying? Does
Mm-hmm.
that make sense?
Yeah.
So it's like, did we spend the same amount of money in the end? Who knows? You know,
Yeah, I think it depends on your situation at
it
the
does.
time because I had to do 2 shit cars because like I had $2,000 and I didn't have any credit and I had saved up that money so I could get a car
Yeah,
and all that shit and I definitely didn't have the money for monthly payments. So,
yeah.
yeah, but eventually I moved up to where I could make monthly payments and now I have this car that I get to pay $500 for every month or more.
I get it. Trust me, I've
Mhm.
been there. And then it was like for a while, it's like, especially the last 5 or 6 years that I had the cars. Like when I got out, um, gas prices here in Chicago went to like $5 a gallon, and so it was like I had a 20-gallon tank, but I also had, what was it, a 4.7 liter engine, so a huge engine, and it was like you put on. I was filling up in the summertime 2 to 3 times a week because of the AC. I mean,
Mhm.
even just idling, I would just burn a lot of gas. Do you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And so, um, but it's like I couldn't afford to get a different car because this one was, it worked, and I didn't really have anything saved up because I was going to college and that kind of stuff. And
Yeah.
so I didn't have the money for a different car. And they're like, I like gas is outrageous, but I can't afford a different car. They're like, why'd you buy the big engine car to begin with? I'm like, one, because I wanted it, and two, because I got a deal on it. You know,
Right.
it's like, so, and I was planning on going camping with the car and all that kind of, it's like it was a 4-wheel drive car, and so it was like, big tires and shit, and it was just fucking cool. I loved that truck.
I need a fucking 4-wheel drive, but I was thinking just because it's funny. I have a Chevy Spark right now, a very small car. I could lift it and get giant tires.
No,
How dumb would that look?
I've seen people do shit like that, and it's just like, those are people with more money than brains doing some shit like that. That's like that's like doing like stupid shit. Like when I was in Spain, I think I may have mentioned this before, but anyways, it's like there was the European Escort, the Ford Escort, and I had heard that you could take out the old, what was it, 2.4 liter engine or 2.2 liter engine or whatever it was, and basically strap in a Porsche engine that it would bolt up.
Oh.
And so you take out the engine, drivetrain, rear end, transmission, rear end, and you put in Porsche rear end, transmission, and engine. And so it's like you've got a perfect sleeper. It's like, so how great would that be? It was a 78 Escort Type L. And so, like, it was basically a shit box car. And it was like, I wanted to put in Porsche shit into it. And my ex wife told me, no, I couldn't do it. She's like, we don't have the money.
Oh.
Well, no, we did, but she bought furniture every year for 3 years. So that's how come we didn't have the money.
Oh.
So
Solid.
solid. But yeah, so she could buy new furniture every year, but I couldn't fuck around with a toy.
I mean, you can fuck whatever toy you want.
Mm,
I support you.
thanks. Speaking of fucking toys, I
Hmm.
know it never went into production, but with everything that's going on, it's kind of a fucked up segue, but it's kind of important, where uh people who have a vagina who are afraid of being raped could put this thing inside the vagina, and then if
Mm.
a guy forced themselves into the vagina, that it would basically, it's not razor blades, but they're basically like steel hooks. It's like the dick will go in, but you can't pull it back out without taking this fucking thing with you. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think that was in Kenya, and I think that was a few years ago, but it's going back around the internet right now.
Yeah, it's because of all the bullshit stories about fucking what's going on with the South and their fucking rape laws that are, we talked about this last week, that are just there to go to the Supreme Court to try to overturn Roe versus Wade. And it's like I said last week, the biggest thing that's scary about it is that these people can't even go to other states to do it, that would be illegal to do so. It's like, well, so much for individual states' rights that these fucking people succeeded from the fucking union for. And they're like, oh, now we don't want that. Now you just can't fucking leave. It's like, okay, what about if, I'm just saying, it's crap.
It is a bunch of crap.
So, don't get me wrong, I am an ally. However, I am a cis male and I have a bit of a colorful past when it comes for stuff like this. I've been a horrible person, and I've been a horrible person to women in the past. And if I have been, I apologize to you and to women in general for being a shitty person in the past. I really am trying to change and make sure that I am a good ally and supporter now. But I had this thing happen to me the other week where basically a Facebook friend kept saying that, if I'm not out marching in the streets for women's equality right now, that women have every right to crush my balls. It's like, what?
That's a lot.
It was a weird conversation. And so finally, when there was like two other people in this conversation, it was like all of a sudden she hated men. And don't get me wrong, there are women out there who hate men and there are men who hate women. I get it. I don't really support violence of any kind for the most part, unless we're talking about fucking Nazis. Feel free to punch a Nazi. But the legal repercussions are yours. But I'm just saying, though, is like, yes, women have been subjugated by men for a long time, and yes, it needs to stop. But I don't think that women need to hurt all men for doing so, or crush guys' balls and that kind of stuff. It's like, what are you doing? Eric, what do you think about that?
Yeah, I don't support violence for any reason, really. So that doesn't make any sense to me. I do think it's okay for people to say, hey, you should probably stick up for the marginalized people if you are in the not marginalized group. That's okay. But yeah, I don't support violence at all.
I'm just saying, it was a really weird conversation. It was like, I don't know.
It's really weird. I don't know. I would never say that to someone. I don't know.
Can I talk about a trans thing?
Yeah, anytime. You can talk about me all day. Just kidding. Go ahead.
I know that you've seen it, and I know that I've posted it on the Facebook page, but if you go : all lowercase letters right next to each other, trans, and then another colon right afterwards, it'll bring up a trans flag. You can put it anywhere on Facebook.
It's true. It's really exciting.
No spaces between the colon, trans, and ending colon. And it'll bring up the trans flag. That's amazing.
It is amazing. I kind of want to show you some stuff. I have to go grab it from right over here, though.
Is it in the room?
Yeah, it's in the room.
Go ahead.
Okay, BRB. Talk.
Okay. So I'm thinking that, oh man. So for my Dungeons and Dragons stuff that I got going on, it's my character that I brought for my last game. He died. It's made me very sad. So there's still a chance I can bring him back to life, but yeah, I'm not sure if they are going to, if they can get to him in time. He was a barbarian and he raged and he got knocked down to -12. And so negative 12 is dead. So they've got the round to get to him before he dies. But I don't know. We're getting pretty close to him not being there anymore. And so I'm just really kind of worried about my paladin actually being saved before he died. So, Eric, my paladin died. He got hit the negative 12. I know. So sad. Come back to me, Eric. Eric.
Okay, I had to hit unmute. I was really struggling.
I know. But anyways, my paladin died.
That's really sad. Is he can't come back at all?
It is. Anyway, so what are you showing me?
Some paintings I've been.
Eric, I lost your volume.
Hello.
Yeah, okay, you're back now.
Oh, I don't even know how that even happened. Hello.
Now you've got an echo.
Thanks. What?
You've got an echo.
I can't fix that.
Plug in all the way. Okay, unmute.
Hello.
Oh, it's there.
Oh shit.
It's okay. Don't worry about it. Do your thing.
Well, if there's an echo, it's gonna sound weird.
Okay, well, we won't be long. You're upside down. Okay.
Okay, so here's a buy flag.
I like it. Be brave.
Mm-hmm.
Live.
Mm-hmm. Another be brave and rainbow.
I like it.
Trans.
Oh. I like it.
And rainbow bear.
Ah. Is that for California or just a bear?
Just a bear.
Just a bear? It looks like the California bear.
Well, it was the stencil I got.
Ah, I like it.
Yeah.
Did you
Also,
airbrush those?
I spray paint, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
Awesome. My
Yeah.
spray painting always looks like shit.
yeah, it takes a lot of practice, oddly enough. It seems like something that would be easy, but it's not super easy. It's not super hard, but practice.
I guess.
Yeah.
Eric, so you and I have been in a biracial relationship. I am in a biracial marriage. But anyways, the reason why I bring it up is because I say that I have Facebook friends and that kind of stuff who were and are conservative Christians from the basically holdovers from past lives, like from before when I was in high school and in the military and that kind of stuff. And so that's what I mean by past lives. And so this Facebook friend of mine basically posted a picture earlier this week, and it said about Josh Gibson. Josh Gibson was a baseball player in the black leagues, in the Negro leagues, who obviously, well, they didn't always keep averages and that kind of stuff because they didn't always have the people to do the statistics and that kind of stuff. But arguably, he was one of not only the best hitters in the Negro leagues, but in baseball altogether. And so somebody said something to the effect of, well, he never made it into the majors, but he did get inducted into the Hall of Fame. Josh Gibson did. Anyways, and the picture was basically like, oh, it would have been great if he would have been in the major leagues. And I'm like, yes, he would have been. One of his friends commented to the effect of, well, at least that's changed now. And I had to scroll on because I couldn't, it would have turned into a fight. Do you know what I'm saying? Yes, we let minorities and that kind of stuff, and they're not even really the minority now. White people are almost the minority now. And to be honest, I'm okay with that. Anyways, we've got minorities in professional sports now, and they've been there for a long time. God, I can't. I can't think of the name of it. When baseball got desegregated, that was the start of all the other sports doing it too. Football and then baseball and all. Anyways, you know what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Jackie Robinson. God, I couldn't think of his goddamn name.
Oh, yeah, I knew that. But I didn't know that's what you were trying to do.
Yeah, anyways. But it's like, yeah, sports is desegregated. But to be honest, with the push that's going on now, with the push of Roe v. Wade and some other stuff, did you know that there are federal court judges who are out there now who think that Plessy versus Ferguson, which is the segregation law, may or may not be settled law. We have people now who are trying to go back to a segregated Jim Crow United States, but like all of the United States.
Why does that not surprise me? I mean, it does a little bit. That's fucked up. But these people right now, they're just fucked up. The whole situation, the president and everybody else.
I don't know where their politics ends and their religion begins. That's the problem.
Mm-hmm.
On my computer, let me give you a little bit of insight. On my computer, where I keep my memes, my pictures, and that kind of stuff that I throw up, I have two separate folders. One is politics, the other is religion. Of course, there's subfolders inside of each one, but they're separate folders. And I am so now, even the last 4 or 5 years, have been really hard pressed on some of these to figure out what goes where. It's like you're getting your politics in my religion, or you're getting your religion in my politics. And it's like, they should be separate. That's the whole point. You know, the Al-Qaeda, the Talibama, it's like the Tala Florida. You could do it with all of these fucking states, the Tala Georgia, I mean,
yeah,
it's fucking ridiculous. Tala Texas, Tallahassee, Tallahassee. And you understand what I'm saying? It's like every place that there's been a Trump rally, I saw a statistic that hate crimes have gone up over 100% within the year of of Trump doing a rally in that city.
Wow.
It's like, this is all of these people. God damn it, I fucking hate this. It's fucking Godwin's law. But is it Godwin's law when it's true, when we're seeing the fucking rise of fascism as we see it? And so, it's like, you see this shit. These are the people who would be saying fucking Heil Hitler. And now they're saying, and actually they are saying Hail Trump or Heil Trump. Some of them are. Some of the neo-fascists are the alt-right and that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Instead of, are they saying Hail Trump or Hail or Heil Trump? That was actually a debate for a while. The Richard Spencer, the guy who got fucking punched in the face. So that was what, last year, the year before? Anyways, every day there's a new fucking thing, and it would anywhere else be a major fucking a major scandal. But we're just getting major scandals literally every day. So I just don't know what to think. I think this is fucking ridiculous that, yeah, this guy said, oh, well, I'm glad they're labeled to play. Well, yeah, but you've got people on the right who are really trying to bring back Jim Crow. And it's like, this whole idea of, the the loss of the Southern cause. The loss of the Southern cause wasn't about state rights. It was about states' rights able to keep people in servitude for a lifetime. A race of people in servitude. I thought this was settled. I thought that we as a species settled this already.
I mean, kind of, but also the prison system just became the new servitude. So there's that.
It has, unfortunately. Driving while black, I mean, it's a thing. So when people get pulled over for being black. Oh well. Anything you want to talk about, Eric?
I don't know. I just want to say Black Lives Matter. I support that. 100%.
Yeah. Blue Lives Murder. Yeah. When I start seeing more cops in handcuffs and going to jail, I'll still be as critical, but it's maybe my attitudes will change a little bit towards police. So yeah, they do a job, and many of them are trying to do the right thing, but many of them are just covering up for the bad ones.
Yeah. It sucks. It sucks that we
excuse me
have to deal with that. And it sucks that we have people of color have to be afraid for their lives from cops. It all sucks. And I recognize my privilege as a white person.
Yeah, I do recognize my privilege as a white person. That's for sure. Let's not talk about horrible shit anymore. I want to talk about my Diet Shasta Cola. Eric, what are you drinking?
I'm drinking a Dr. Thunder.
I like generic cola.
I do too. I prefer Dr. Thunder, which is the Walmart or Sam's Club brand of Dr. Pepper. I prefer that over Dr. Pepper.
I'm just saying, for me, the diet knockoffs taste just as good as the regular full brands, and they're like half the price.
Mm-hmm.
So I just like them. I think they're pretty good. I really enjoy them.
Yeah. So I don't think that there are any of these grocery stores up north, but there's these grocery stores called Food Lion. They're Food Lions.
I've heard of them, but
yeah.
I don't think that there's any here in Chicago. I don't think.
Yeah. So they have their own knockoff sodas, and they call their Mountain Dew Mountain Lion.
Wow.
And it is not great. Their knockoff sodas aren't great. Yeah. Oh, I love all the names though of knockoff sodas. There's Dr. Perky.
Dr. yeah.
Thunder.
Some of them are actually pretty funny. Mm-hmm. I saw this movie. It's called Adrift last night.
I've seen that.
You've seen it?
Yeah.
So it was about this woman and her boyfriend who were taking a boat to San Diego for a couple, and they got into a storm, and it was a really good movie. And the ending absolutely totally surprised me. Mm-hmm. When they finally revealed what happened, I was absolutely surprised. But anyways, this woman spent 44 days adrift at sea.
Yeah.
Amazing. Just amazing that she survived.
Yeah, and it's based off a true story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was pretty close. I mean, the lady, because Sachi read some articles about it, and the article said that she was happy with how the movie portrayed what happened.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Did you watch the credits or whatever?
Yes, I did.
Okay, good. I was gonna say the real lady's in there somewhere.
Yeah, and actually the lady the actress they had playing her really kind of pretty closely looked like her. I mean, it could have passed for her at a glance.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, and then the actor they had playing her boyfriend could have passed for him at a glance too. They got people who look close, about the same age, and that kind of stuff. So it was a really good movie. It really surprised me on how good it was. I was a little bit bored until the movie got going.
Yeah.
So, but then when it got going with the survival of her trying to go on, that was actually pretty interesting. And then the relationship between the two and that kind of stuff. And then the ending, the surprise ending, was really shocking. So, but anyways, I really enjoyed the movie. I watched that. Sachi and I put that on like 10:30 last night. So we didn't get to bed till very late. And so yeah.
Yeah. Tevin and I went to watch that movie.
No, really? You saw it at the theater?
Yeah, I'm telling you, we went to see literally every movie that came out pretty much between July 2017 and July 2018.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like 110 movies.
Yikes. That's a lot of movies. But it was a good movie. I really enjoyed it. Did you hear me talking about my paladin who got killed?
Yeah, you told me he got killed, but I mean, I didn't hear what you said.
Oh, well, he was in a rage, and so he got knocked down to -12, and so I've got the Die Hard feat, and so I can keep going till I literally fall over dead. And that's exactly what I did. So, but he's a paladin, but since he's an elf and a of the elven god, he's the epitome of the elvenness. His called mount is a unicorn.
Oh, that's so nice.
And so the unicorn was like stabbing people with his forehead, you know? And so, but yeah, he got knocked down to -2, and I poured a potion down his throat. And so he got back up to 4. And then I sent him home like immediately. I got my ass kicked. 3-on-1, I was getting my ass kicked. So anyways, today is going to be my game again. So the Tomb of the Sphinx Queen, part 3 or part 4, I don't remember. But anyways, so we're going back to that again today, just until the other guys come back from working next. We're supposed to get off this month. So it's only going back and forth between me and this other guy right now. It's like, yikes. So, but with last week being Mother's Day, the guy who's almost always there wasn't, because he was having lunch and hanging out with his mom. I get it. But I think if he would have been there, that the battle would have turned out differently. So
probably,
hopefully he'll PJ in at the last second and save my ass, because the other guy who's still alive, he might deuce out and say see ya.
Oh shit.
Yeah. I honestly don't blame him.
I'm gonna be starting a D&D game soon. In Fargo with a group of people.
Nice. You got people to play with, huh?
Yeah, my girlfriend person is gonna be DMing it.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So she's been playing for a while?
Cool. She plays like 3 games already right now.
Yikes.
I know. I was like, look, if that's what you want to do. I don't know. To be honest with you, Matthew, I'm not sure you can tell, but I have some serious commitment issues.
You think?
I know. I'm really sorry. I think I'm going to start addressing those at some point in the near future. I have a lot of issues. But look, it freaks me out. Commitment freaks me out. Like, even committing to recording this every Sunday freaks me out, okay? That's why every fucking Saturday night I'm texting you and I'm like, I don't know if I can do it, man. I don't know. And then I end up usually doing it. But, like, the commitment aspect, I don't know what the problem is. I'm sorry.
You know, you're a rock star and I like you, but yeah, there are times just lean forward. Lean forward and choke yourself. Come on. Just
thanks.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't know. I'm going to be like, maybe the listeners need to input into this. Like, do any of you have like serious commitment issues? Like, It's not, I mean, I'm sure with people, I definitely have commitment issues. Okay, look, okay. I definitely do. But even just with things that I enjoy doing, I have commitment issues with, like D&D, recording this podcast, just anything. I need to have the freedom to be able to not have to go. I don't know, because it just freaks me out. I don't know why. Okay.
In some ways, I was kind of like that too. I wanted like a lot of different people. I guess I would call myself more of a serial monogamist. A serial monogamist. So I have never cheated on anybody, but I would break up with somebody to go be with somebody else. Maybe. Do you know what I'm saying? So I've done that. And so it was like, you'd be together for like 2-3 weeks. It's like, look, I'm not really, yeah, you're great, but I'm going to go. So I've been there.
Yeah, I don't know what my fucking problem is with that. I'm terrified. Like, yeah.
I don't want to, just blow it off and just say, yeah, you're young and you'll grow out of it, because that might not be it. Do you know what I'm saying? I mean, I think a lot of people who are younger have commitment issues, and whether or not they move on from it, that's another story. I can't tell you. That's only something that you and your therapist will have to deal with.
Yeah.
Seriously.
No,
Seriously.
I know. Speaking of my therapist, all right. So my girlfriend person, I'm not sure what to call her, but she is friends with my therapist on Facebook. And I posted a picture of me and her at the gym or whatever, and like it tagged us. And my therapist liked it, which is breaching like some shit that you don't do.
Maybe, but therapists have lives too. You know what I'm saying? I mean, hopefully your therapist is a professional enough to, not let anything bleed over. Do you know what I'm saying? I mean,
I know, but there's like professional codes of conduct for those kinds of things. Like, you're not supposed to have any contact with your patients, blah, 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 blah. Like, I'm not actually bothered by it, but I just think it's interesting.
This is one of those gray area things, I think, maybe. So that's an interesting thing. So
it is. But I mean, I don't know. I like my therapist, so it's fine. It's fine.
Trump?
Yeah. Fuck him.
Fuck him. Oh yeah. Hey Eric, good morning. Fuck Trump.
Good morning, Matthew. Fuck Trump. That's how I wake up every morning. Okay.
I think the media is a little frightened of women. Quote number 1 for the Trump game. Number 2, the media is so soft, is so after me on women. Wow, this is a tough business. Nobody has more respect for women.
Number 2.
It was number 2. The media is so after me on women. Wow, this is a tough business. Nobody has more respect for women. The same guy who said, grab them by the pussy. The first one, I think the media is a little frightened of women. Nikki Haley.
I don't know who that is.
She is one of Trump's. She was the ambassador to the UN.
Oh, okay.
Trump's ambassador to the UN. She's not there anymore.
Not surprising.
No. Excuse me. Another president will sit in the Oval Office and do practically nothing all day. I'm doing every minute of the day. Number 2, being president is like running for a cemetery. All you've got is a lot of people under you and nobody is listening.
Number 1.
Yes. Number one was Trump. Another president will sit in the Oval Office and do practically nothing all day. I'm doing every minute of the day. He admitted that he doesn't do a goddamn thing. Apparently, like 65% of his day is executive time, which means he watches TV, tweets, and hanging out.
Eats hamburgers.
Eats hamburgers from McDonald's.
Mm-hmm.
I'd so spit in this fucking cheeseburger. I would. And the other one, being president is like running a cemetery. You've got a lot of people under you and nobody is listening. Bill Clinton.
Oh, all right. A little weird.
Quote number 3, number 1. Card number 3, number 1. Everything in life is luck. Quote number 2. The way my luck is running, if I was a politician, I would be honest.
The fuck? Those are really short quotes. I'm gonna go with number 2.
Number 2. The way my luck is running, if I was a politician, I would be honest. Rodney Dangerfield. And then everything in life is luck. Donald Trump.
That was a really fucking short quote. That's not fair.
Well, you know, he doesn't have more words just to hear himself talk in his own goddamn mind.
But he has the best words.
He does have the best words. And the longest word in that sentence is 5 letters. 2 syllables.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Blink, 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 blink. Exactly. Exactly. So, what are your plans for today, Eric? What are you going to do?
I'm going to go to the gym, day 34.
Go get your swole on?
Yeah.
What's today? What are you doing today?
Usually I think I'm going to do like an hour of hard cardio. Well, moderate cardio. I can't do hard. And because I'm trying to burn calories, and then I'm going to lift for like 20, 30 minutes. Yeah.
Up, shoulders, arms, back, chest, what?
I do the circuit at Planet Fitness,
okay.
which it works all your muscles.
Yeah.
But sometimes I skip the legs because I just did 20,000 years of cardio and I don't want to do the legs.
I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. So I'm going to go play today. Like I said, I'm going to go run Tomb of the Sphinx Queen today. So the adventure is probably getting close to being over. They're probably about 2/3 of the way through. So good old-fashioned dungeon crawl is coming close to an end. Maybe another 3 sessions, maybe.
Nice.
Maybe. Actually, I think it might be 2.
Yeah, I need to. I'm going to be running Princes of the Apocalypse. That's what it is. It's a 5th edition one for my friends back in North Carolina. So I need to get that shit together and figure out what I'm doing.
I heard that they've got a new Baldur's Gate, and they're going to it's a module for 5th edition, and there's supposed to be going to one of the planes of hell in this.
Nice.
Yeah, planes of hell are always fun.
Mm-hmm.
What was it for 2nd edition? Once we went to hell and we got into a fight with Asmodeus, who is literally Satan.
Nice. Very nice.
We got smacked. We were his bitches. He fucking treated us like redheaded stepchildren. It was not fun.
Shoot.
It was not fun. So he regenerates in his own plane and fucking serious hit points. It was bad. So I'd do it again, but it was not fun. Hopefully if we ever do something like that again, and we'll be a little bit better. But yikes.
Yeah. Do you think our show is like worth listening to?
I do. I think that the stuff that we talk about in the middle is actually kind of interesting. And, I do. Robert Stanley said it on that special episode of Left at the Valley, where he says that our deep dives are really pretty good, that we talk and we really hash out topics that a lot of people don't really think about in the same ways that we do. And so, because our viewpoints are different, that it doesn't matter or not if we actually agree, even though most of the time we do. It's details that we don't necessarily agree on that make it interesting. And that's kind of the whole point of the show, is that the difference of opinion between somebody who is much younger versus somebody who is much older. The 25 years of difference between us right now is a pretty vast viewpoint difference. And so I think that's interesting, and our own viewpoints that we bring into it. I do think our show is interesting. It's niche, but it is interesting.
Yeah, it is. I like that, actually. Sorry.
I don't think there's anything wrong with being niche.
No, there's not. I'm just like, who are we a niche for?
I don't know.
These people that listen. Thank you for listening. I don't know. Somehow we get like almost 100 listens. So either somebody's listening a lot, or we have a decent amount of people.
I think that it's people who are possibly gay friendly, that kind of stuff, and trans people and atheists. I think that those are our listeners. We're not for everybody. We are really not. I have viewpoints and opinions that a lot of people don't agree with. Actually, I'm thinking about, for our next discussion, I'm thinking about, let's talk about stuff that would be considered the most radical opinions that we have.
All right.
What do you think? It's not a bad idea.
No, it's not. And yeah, you could say whatever yours is, and then I'll say my viewpoint on that thing, and then I'll say one, and you can say your viewpoint, and whatever.
Yeah, whatever. I think that's actually a pretty interesting thing. But yeah, so we might be having a guest on soon, and if they're on during that episode, if we don't record before then, that we'll let them know too, so we can talk about that. They're possibly a guest coming on, another biracial couple, atheist couple from Florida. So the Apologetics podcast might be coming on soon. I hope so. I'm really looking forward. Yeah. I know it'll probably jinx it because I said who they were.
No, but I don't think in our over 2 years of going, have we ever had a person of color on this show? I don't think we have. To be fair, most of our guests have been cis white guys with a few trans people thrown in.
Yeah. Molly has been here a couple of times.
And
Marissa
Molly.
McCool. Yeah. We've had a couple of other females on. Sharon Frankel was on. And all of our other guests have all been male.
Well, we have the ginger snaps.
Yeah. Oh, fuck. I forgot about them. I'm sorry. Yeah.
It's fine.
The ginger snaps. Yeah. The trans podcast, they are amazing. I sorry, I forgot about them. Wow.
No, it's okay. It's a lot of people to think about. We have had quite a few guests.
But yeah, you're right. Almost all of our guests have all been cis white males. And so I hope that, we need to make sure that we be a little bit more diverse in our, but that's the thing though. That's kind of the rub though, isn't it? Is that it seems like a lot of people who seem to break away from religion. I'm not saying that there's not atheists who aren't cis out there, or white, but I think that seems to be the majority. I mean, at least that I can see. You know what I'm saying? I mean, my viewpoint's pretty limited, though. I mean, I don't know everybody, that's for sure. So, but yeah, I mean, I can think of a few black atheists, and I would love to have on the show, but you know, would they come on ours?
Yeah, I can only think of a couple of like really big names off the top of my head that are in the podcasting community. See, that's an even bit like another niche. Like,
yes, exactly.
But if we could find people that maybe aren't in the podcasting community that just want to have their voices heard, that would be cool.
Yeah.
If anyone knows anyone, I don't know.
In touch. Anyways,
go play your Dungeons and Dragons.
My Dungeons and Dragons. I'm gonna go worship Satan and maybe sacrifice a baby. So, but I'm gonna be the DM today. But today I wore the, kick in the door, cast fireball, carry on. So, but yeah. So we actually got a couple of guys who that's literally what they do. Cast fireball, that kind of stuff. So,
Matthew, thanks for putting up with me.
Thank you for being the co-host, and even though I want to slap you around sometimes for being a flake, but I am too.
Yeah. We're great.
We're great. Anyways, so for Eric, this is Matthew. This has been the Odd Atheist Friends episode 60. Anyways, we'll talk to you again next time. Bye.
Bye.